They had quite the stomp they were able to pull off in one of the games.
Absolutely. I mean, their lineup is all built about getting that early pressure, getting early Roshan, and just slamming those early objectives. Tons of ways to take these objectives with the Beast, the Ench, the TA, if they're off to good starts in the laning phase. So let's see if they're going to be able to do that, because they did pick a lot of these heroes that they do have successful lanes with as well, too, right? The Enchantress, taking a look at some stats. It's got like a 75% win rate here at this tournament. It's been guaranteeing most of the safe lanes for the carries. And yeah, this Beastmaster overall, the tempo has been set from this hero for the entire forever since this hero's been inside of Dota, but even more so lately. And let's see what goes down.
Trying to get aggressive here onto Miposhka. And with the slow, they should have this first blood. Another grenade thrown out. He's got the fair fire. I bet he wants the first blood. He's not going to end up getting it. Fly will. But nonetheless, first blood here for the team of Shopify.
All right, that's exactly how you want to start things off. Fly, he'll get that first blood, right? So see what he tries to bring up here to help out Arteezy more. He's just gonna have a wand and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see how these lanes do go down. They have very, very strong ones on the side of Shopify. For Spirit, it's a much more greedy draft that they've gone around. Still can play aggressive though, as we've seen. Spirit overall, it seems like he always has a good game. I don't think I've seen a single game in this tournament where Spirit has a bad 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes, that is.
But overall, you would say that if this game does start to slow down, if Shopify Rebellion make a couple of mistakes going for the laning phase into the mid-game, it is going to fall towards the favor of the Spirit and towards the favor of this last pick PL from Yatoro.
Definitely. There's just lack of disables, lack of control, unless they have some crazy lead or itemization that they can get for a lot of things. It's not even just the PL. Like, at some points in the game, there's going to be these Stampedes, an Earth Spirit rolling around, a PL going around too. So, yeah, it could fall into some issues of dealing with these later game heroes. Let's see how Laurel does in the mid lane too. I've seen a couple times where the Invoker can punish the Earth Spirit, but also I've seen a couple times where the Earth Spirit does do just fine even in this matchup. So all about those first few waves, about the lane positioning as well. And Laurel, he did get the block level 1 because Abed went for the first blood, so positioning for Laurel's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but both of these mid players have come out with some real hot stuff.
Absolutely.
So far this tournament, Abed and Laurel.
I mean, Abed's been winning almost every single mid matchup, it seems like, but Laurel, I think I've talked about him so much about how much he's improved this year. He has been one of the top mids now for the last like 5-6 months. He's just gained so much confidence, it feels like. Look, I wouldn't see Laurel at the Lima Major do the plays that he's been doing when he's just been like charging in 1 versus 4 and stuff like that on his Earth Spirit. So a treat to watch.
Looking at the top lane, Fly, as you say, Enchantress is a hero, and Fly in particular, working some absolute magic, especially in the laning stage with this hero. With this sort of lane setup, does this secure quite a safe space for Arteezy at the start of this game, or is it likely the Spirit, once the levels come in, can put pressure onto this TA early?
Blood Grenade's a pretty valuable tool always versus Templar Assassin, so depending on lane positioning. If Fly can keep the lane pulled back, then TA should be able to farm. But if the lane pushes too much, then that's where the issue can come. So we'll have to just see where that lane is in particular. Mira, solid melted. A lot of ring of protections in that top lane. 3 ring of protections to deal with the TA's physical damage.
So far, on the other side of the map down bottom, Saberlight and Yatoro getting just the same amount out of this lane.
So far, looking pretty good for them down bottom. And I like what they were talking about the AA overall. The hero has always suffered a bit in the laning phase, but times have definitely gotten a lot better for this hero in the recent few patches. And I've actually been liking that blink build that a lot of players are doing. It's really clever, because then you don't have to wait for this AA blast to fly. They actually just blink right on top of the target and bam, and blow them up. So it's actually a pretty cool approach. Maybe we'll see something like that at some points in this game, but it is Miposhka playing it, so unsure if he'll be able to get that type of farm. But top connection lands on Arteezy. He could be in trouble.
Oh, they've got him with the blood grenade. They're chasing him down. The body blocks here from Mira. Arteezy's refraction's still on cooldown for a couple of seconds, but he's got the melt. He's actually ready to turn. Gets another hit onto Mira. Mira's got the Fire Spirits out. It doesn't matter. Shopify Rebellion. 2 of them. Arteezy and Fly able to take him down. Arteezy will survive.
Collapse saw a window to get the stun, but Mira didn't have the Fire Spirits up just yet. A decent attempt, but turned very quickly. I think, yeah, 10 stick charges, maybe catching him slightly off guard. Oh, Collapse catches him off guard.
Well, it's the beginning of a best of 5. Get the rusty plays out the way early. Ooh.
That's not one you want to give up, though. That's Collapse's Vanguard. So now Collapse, I mean, he's not getting touched in this top lane with that. He's going to be able to sit up here freely.
The Centaur of old would not have been able to do that. Arteezy's played the game for a long time. Nowadays, this Centaur's who's stomping and he's moving.
This is true.
It catches you by surprise.
Very early Vanguard being finished up. Abed slightly ahead in the denies overall, but Laurel, he's handling this lane. Yatoro seems to be the one who is struggling the most. Crit.
Easy courier.
Is he?
You ready to battle on the posture a little bit? Top lane, RTZ back in action. Collapse. Not really going to be a target.
No, Vanguard double brings.
You can kind of get what he wants out of this lane now.
So far, pretty good though. Fly still continue to bring that action. A TP coming in. Laurel moving
try
fast.
And get aggressive in return here. TSpirit dive forward. RTZ,
the connection though.
Lyle not quite able to get the grab onto the TA. RTZ's fine and Fly's got the heels pumping.
Good awareness. I mean, very quick move back there from them. And now that's where Abed's going to pull far ahead inside that mid matchup. Fly really wants to try to get Mirror. It's close.
Might just have him.
Got him.
Just goes in under the tower. Collapses also low. Fly. Is he going to be able to step onto the two of them? I mean, collapse, of course, yeah, as you say, beefy with these 2 rings of protection.
There's another meld soon.
Getting with the meld hit. I mean, RT's going to have refraction up as well. This should be an easy kill. It is indeed. Fly's aggression there, setting up for Shopify to get the 2 kills up top.
That's a massive kill.
With a Vanguard.
Yeah. And even maybe Maposko, one more poison. Yeah, he's dead.
I mean, this is what Shopify need with this sort of draft. They're heating things up here in the laning stage, getting these early kills. 5-1, 5 minutes in and a 2k lead.
I mean, the Fly Enchantress, this is a thing that's just been winning most of these lanes. Even when Maposko's been playing it too, this hero just seems to be on the rise. Big kills. Artesia already with treads, finished up 1,000 gold now to his name. All 3 lanes going well. Exactly as they need to get that snowball going so they can get these objectives for this lineup.
Sort of lull with the movements that he's tried to make. It's just giving complete space to Abed. Abed's now able to get the CS lead. Of course, hit those early levels and get good timing on the urn when he's able to get that delivered.
Looks like it should just be a wisdom rune for wisdom rune exchange. Yatoro, though, taking a beating here from Saberlight.
A lot of damage here for Saberlight.
He's got the boar hit on him, too, and the rotation's coming from Fly.
Saberlight could just look to run him down.
They might have him. They should.
I don't think there's any save in this PL. Nobody's going to even TP down and try. There's nothing they could do to help Yatoro out in that sort of situation. Very much underestimating how much Saberlight would just right-click him down as he stepped all the way up.
That's the Dominator already finished. It is super early. This is an incredible tempo that Shopify is already starting to set off of this laning phase. And they're going to get the stack started too. The beauty about having the Shadow Demon and the Enchantress really when you're playing versus with a TA, going to get those stacks started to enable her even faster. This bot tower might just go down.
Big levels as well, especially on the support right. Fly with those moves up top, getting involved in the 2 kills coming down bottom. He's pretty much about to hit the 6, whereas for Spirit, their 2 supports still only sitting halfway through level 4.
Huge moments here.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Flap's still not level 6 either. Yeah, this tower it's gone. Saberlight gonna be able to hit 6, and now without this tower here, he can start making moves all over the place too, and the supports are completely free. So Crit and Fly, they can look to continue putting pressure anywhere they really want to with this type of start.
And what's the move now for Spirit? I mean, it's got to be kind of rallying around Laurel.
Move Laurel around. Yep, exactly.
Move Laurel around and somehow get the levels on the supports right. They need the Ice Blast.
They do, but the thing is too, is like Laurel, he's actually had to opt for arcade boots this game. Something you really don't see almost ever, but he's playing versus this Invoker that must be annoying him a lot with these EMPs, so.
Okay.
It's going to delay his item timing a lot, and his scaling potential too, because it's not just the Blade Mail that makes this Earth Spirit, it's also the treads, everything, because you are putting in these right clicks, so. An incredible start from Shopify.
Trying to escape Lyle. Saberlight, he's going to set up with an easy kill on him. Apostrophe.
They want more.
From Lyle as well. They've got the disruption set up.
What a tornado!
Catch him perfectly at the end of the disruption into the cold snap. Shopify, they're turning up. And here in this game 1, 3k lead, they're doing exactly what you want to be seeing from them when they have this sort of draft. They're doing again what we saw them manage to do in that draft against Boom earlier today.
Absolutely.
They're starting to run Spirit over here in these first few minutes.
A mid tower's dead too. Spirit gonna need to have something to bring things together. They just don't have the levels just yet, like you said, on the supports. And now Laurel, 2 rotations that don't work and then getting caught.
How does Spirit slow this down?
It's a great question. Because yeah, Crit now, he's even, as we said, he's getting the stacks. It's perfect timings here for Shopify. Everything is working in their favor. I think they just keep having to move though. I don't think Laurel can actually just like sit back and farm. You have to try to get the moves.
Yeah, he's never going to be able to keep up by hitting the creeps now. They've got to go all in. Now find Saberlight. He's going to go for the TPL. And he's away.
Oh my god.
That's big brain. That's got to hurt his Spirit desperately trying to find something, anything. And they're just not getting it.
Absolutely nothing. 8-1. Artesia level 8 now in the top lane. His timings are going to be so fast. I mean, he's already got the Dragon Lance collapse.
I mean, at this point, it collapsed for the early time, and he got on the Vanguard. Things have turned around a lot up here.
The minus armor is a bit too much for him. Yeah, Chasey's still committing onto him. Fly's coming in with the creeps, too.
I mean, they're going to have a good shot at taking him down, I think. Fly.
He hide himself in the trees.
All right,
He will.
yeah, we'll keep him safe.
Look at the speed that they're playing. The 4 heroes rotate immediately there from Shopify. And they're going to take away these Ancients. That stack, Arteezy says, thank you very much for showing me it.
Yeah, they're just all across the map.
Another tower to fall. Fly, he's got the Dark Troll Summoner. This tower, it's going to drop. And I don't know how they defend it without Magnetize.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
Ace is
is under
set
attack.
for a quick game for Shopify.
I mean, Arbe's already got the 10-minute vessel.
Radiant's top tower is full.
I think the Overlord is getting pretty soon to be... Okay, but never mind. Saberlight actually goes for Arcane Boots, too. Just wants to be able to have his presence on the map more. A 5k lead already, taking away a stack as well, too.
I saw
Okay, not the whole stack. She'll take 1 or 2 of them.
They're trying for something here, maybe. They're bringing TPs in, Mira. Nice forward, but I'm going to go with the Stampede. The disruption's there from Crit. Going to give Arteezy a little bit of time, but the Who Stomp's there on the way out. They'll get Arteezy.
Collapse baited him. Laurel wants to get another one. This Arcane Rune, this could be exactly what they need to start trickling the way back in. Can they finish off Fly? They should be able to have the chase down.
And no Ice Blast available. So it won't be a quick kill.
Take some time.
Might not be a kill at all. TPs are coming in.
Oh
And
my
it's Arben
goodness,
with
it's
the
not a kill.
plans with the Tornado, gets the MP drop down. Shopify, they're ready to turn and get the kills themselves. Disruption hit over towards Lyle as Crit steps up, looks to surround the Spirit. Lyle, he's ticking down here. Arbed blocks off the roll. As Lyle's gone.
Fly's still full HP.
I mean, he's perfectly fine.
Okay, well, he didn't actually even have to use the wand. Alrighty then. Yeah, still level 5, like you said. I thought he'd hit 6 on the AA. What?
Hadn't quite. They
what, 1
on
XP?
The Phoenix Mirror got his.
Oh, 5 XP, sorry.
Indeed, yeah, Boschka not quite having. Honestly, even if he did have it, they might not. I mean, maybe they would have killed Fly, but
they would
probably
have
lost
turned on.
heroes.
Yeah.
With how quickly Arbed was in with the reaction.
Super quick port. Shopify. All the right moves. Abed, its Vessel's done. He's going to be on his way toward his Midas too. Yeah, these timings are going to be quick. And it's going to be difficult, really, for Spirit to contest that first Roshan in particular. That's going to come very fast with this type of lead that Shopify's been able to set. They can even just, like, they don't even have to commit fully for the Roshan is the thing about Shopify. They can just do it with like 2 or 3 heroes quite easily. An Enchantress Creep plus the TA, a Beastmaster plus the TA or something like that too, so. Could be difficult for Spirit to try to contest that, even though they do have these big ultimates.
Radiant are
How's
scanning.
Yatoro's timing doing? He has 3 components toward that Aghanims already, though. So he is still starting to get that farm going for himself. Although Laurel is very much so struggling. And it is that game, actually. You know, I was mentioning, I hadn't seen it in this tournament. I haven't seen Earth Spirit been dealt with this well. First 15 minutes, I thought this hero's run rampant every game. Not the case this time. Bottom of the chorus.
He's dreaming big, though. Blade Mail into Midas Radiance.
Okay.
Good up here by Lal.
They are looking for a super late game, right?
See if they can get there. His timings continue to be hot here for Shopify.
They're
Easy.
perfect.
Pretty much having the Deso done, 400 gold or so, and it'll be there. In the jungle, Shopify Rebellion, once again looking for catch. Spirit, they've got to be so cautious.
Man, these timings are going to be very, very impossible to deal with really early on. When he has Helm of Overlord plus Deso, that's the Roshan, and that's going to be up to Spirit to try to react versus it. I also see Fly, this is really, really good if he is able to end up farming this. A pipe. Look at the lineup from Spirit. Pretty much all magic damage until the PL gets online, so.
Probably start to set up a bit more of a presence down here and really get the pressure onto this tier 2. We're still just 13 minutes in.
Deso is done. Treads, Dragonlance, Deso, 1340 for Arteezy. The best start I feel like he's had.
Yeah, super fun this game.
Yep, Roche, they're going to just go for it already.
I mean, I think Spirit might try something. They do have... they don't quite have the blink on Collapse. He's actually just still 200 gold short. Maybe if they had that, they could try and set something up to contest Shopify around the pit, but without the blink on the Centaur, I don't know if they can afford to try and come down here. They might just have to let this one go.
It feels like they kind of do have to just let it go.
Ice Blast comes in, but at a point where it doesn't hit them all, so Arteezy's still free to walk in and start taking down the Roach with his Deso.
What the hell is this? We got a little critter cam. Where is that? I don't even know where that is. Oh, he's gone. Bye-bye, Froggy. Roche. Cleaned up, Abed, Midas. He's going to continue having that great scaling as well, too. So that is the other thing, too, right? Because the PL does have... That is the one big answer that there is for the PL, right? It's the Invoker. That is one hero that can always continue to scale versus PL. All of your abilities do thrive. Oh, there's the Frog. Okay, well, I didn't know that. So. Wonderful. 6k lead. Aegis. They need to keep that progression going. Blink now, finished up for Collapse. Perhaps this could be the opening now for Spirit to start looking for some type of plays. Lara also has his Blade Mail.
Definitely a bit better geared up for these fights. The Shopify Rebellion are going to be continuing to bring towards TSpirit.
If they can get some really long duration team fights, right, that's where Spirit will thrive. They get this magnetized spreading, they get the lances building up and stuff like that, but the way the Shopify has this setup right now, they have a pretty explosive damage lineup with this Deso TA. Will shred almost anybody.
And Arbet's ready with the setup.
Collapse.
We've got eyes on the Centaur. Collapse. Can he get out of this one? He's going to try and turn with the Hoosh Will use the Stampede. That might just save him. Going for the slope. Arteezy steps up. The damage is done.
Far too
Collapse
much.
will fall.
Tier 2 time. They still have this aggressive ward that was placed from way earlier too as well. Okay.
She's able to take down Fly there.
Looks like with the magnetize.
Gonna set up there and, for him to connect with the blast. As Lara leads in.
Kills the kill at this point. They need anything they can get on Spirit. Level 13, and I like that Arteezy's doing this too. I mentioned it, I think, every time I see the TA. Buying the shard immediately at the 15-minute mark when you can. Especially if you're getting good timings like this. It's so good. It is, especially this game too. It can even trip up heroes like the PL. Those elusive heroes then become quite a lot less elusive versus the silence.
Yeah, it's super nice, especially with the amount of setup, you know, to sort of buy time for the trap to get to its full potential.
Yeah,
let down under a disruption or the slows from the beast, the Invoker, the Enchanter. They've got so much control to set up to ensure that Arteezy is always able to hit them with max silence.
The other thing is too is it does give you more traps and trap vision as well too. So like when you're ahead and you're able to place these traps everywhere, you're gonna have tons of info too. So definitely a cool choice. Creep will get cleaned up. Yatoro, he'll be happy. Collapse again.
Quite aggressive here.
Pretty deep.
So do have the Aegis on Arteezy. Running here, Sunstrike. Quite connected. He's able to get the egg off.
Uh-oh, Arteezy.
He's going to get caught underneath it. Look, he should respawn after the supernova explosion's gone off. And Arbet's ready to try and help him out. Throws out the tornado behind. He's caught again by number 4. Arteezy. He's surrounded. Will die in as he ticks down to the Sun Ray. Fly as well, getting blocked off by Lar. Roll forward. They'll control the Enchantress. They'll put a stop to the push from Shopify.
Uh-oh, you can't make those type of mistakes. Yatoro, he gets both kills after also getting one from earlier. Uh-oh, Yatoro now. He's going to pretty much have his diffusal blade enabled off of that.
I mean, what was it sort of just what miscommunication you feel from Shopify? They weren't fully set up for the push that was started upon there, or what went wrong?
He's just going for way too aggressive of a kill there. He doesn't have his whole team there to save him. Doesn't have the Beastmaster. He's just,
again.
what, 2 heroes pretty much from the side of Shopify. Uh-oh.
I mean, Arbed trying his best to kind of set up the place for him to get out Arteezy, but he's caught by that blink stun from Collapse, and at that point, it's all over for him.
Very awkward positioning. Abed, in the meanwhile, though, will be able to find a kill onto the AA, it seems like. But a big opening there found for Spirit, because Yatoro, he gets the kills. That's the big thing, too. He gets the last hit, so Ag's Diffusal is finished up.
Radiant structures.
Don't want to make too many of those mess ups there on Shopify.
Not when they're Yatoro and PLs in the server.
We'll be able to get this bottom tier 2, at the least, so we'll be able to get something good out of this. While those ults are on cooldown.
I saw that.
And Arteezy will get blessed, of course, also with the Orb of Destruction. Nice neutral items. An instant smoke, still trying to accelerate the pace of things. Rallying around Saberlight, I think, is probably... Yeah, they should just stick around him. He is the strongest hero on the map.
I mean, they're trying to make this play as the 4th, and they don't have Arteezy involved for this one. He's playing aggressive with the Invis Room, but the Sage down the mid lane. They're going to pull away and Stampede's there. They'll separate themselves from Shopify. They might consider getting back in on this. Collapse finds a chance to jump. So just the 4 of Shopify. Shopify just trying to keep some pressure on to make sure there's space for Arteezy to farm that top lane safely.
Nice play from Saberlight. Uses the Helm of Overload on a creep, so they don't even get the gold bounty from it. Both teams will be able to disengage. I think Laurel's choice of taking Philosopher's Stone says a lot about the state of how they want to play the game, as, you know, he's been saying. Very greedy kind of setup that Spirit's trying to go for this scaling. Midas, Philosopher's Stone. That'll be the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get this BKB and then the Radiant Shiva's Guard, that's going to be pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of money, though. Will take a lot of time. But time, definitely something that can play to the favor of Spirit if they keep this game going.
That's all they got to do. Just keep delaying for this PL.
I mean,
Set up, collapse.
Turn and try and get the jump.
Fancy blink.
My magics.
Don't know if he saw that Crit had just purchased his.
Yatoro's ready to charge it. Does get caught by the trap zone. Hanging on to fly. Roll
Laurel's hit.
Open up with the stab of the Roars there for Saberlight. They turn, they burst the Earth Spirit. They'll be able to take him down. Nice blast connects onto Arbed and Saberlight. Cold feet. Rocks on fly. They should lose the shadow anyway. Collapses in with another jump. Gets him with the burst. He's now set up for them to kill on fly as well. The two supports in Shopify gone. And Yatoro, he's in hot on the chase, looking for Arteezy.
He's got to get out. Can he? He's defused for a second. They're looking to re-go.
Arbed and Saberlight are ready to help out from the side. Spirit in a bit of an awkward spot here. Grouped up on this little bridge area.
That's like everybody's just going to line up for the side blades there.
I think there was kind of hesitation. They're like, we're kind of in quite a tight area.
That one looked a little bit weird for a second there. Miposhka, this is a really cool choice that he did too. He's playing versus this TA who's controlling the map with the traps. They buy a pretty early gem. They know they're at a bit of a deficit. They got to start controlling the map a little bit here. He's going to do that. They're going to be able to claim themselves a Tormentor also for him. Pretty good one, honestly. This one is very, very nice, actually, if you can get the connection from distance. We'll find a Wisdom Rune, just enabling Yatoro at his maximum. And he is now second on that net worth. Getting bigger and bigger.
Absolutely. It definitely feels like that initial sort of burst in power that was apparent from Shopify Rebellion. It's slipping away. And that, 4K, 3K lead, they're dropping the net worth lead. If this does start to swing back the way of Spirit, it's going to be very hard for Shopify Rebellion to reclaim that hold on the game that they had earlier.
It feels like the next biggest thing is they have to get this next Roshan and they have to kind of claim a pretty large advantage off.
They've got to get a set of racks with it almost.
Likely it does feel like that, yeah. Otherwise you will just you're going to get PL'd at some point in this game.
PL, he's ready to carry. And he's very much set up for it. Second highest on the net worth. Give him one more team fight. Likely to be there at the top spot.
I'm waiting to see if I wanted to see what item he does commit for. He also went for a Blink Dagger on this Invoker. He does have the BKB queued. Of course, makes sense for all this magic damage control and heroes to get on him, but see if he does actually commit for it if he goes for more scaling as well, too. Smoke. Spirit, they're feeling their strength
right now. They can get aggressive themselves now.
Arcane Rune up on Laurel. Ult's coming back. Level 2 egg up on Mira. Tough for them to bring this egg down now at this point with everything that's around them. If they see the egg isolated, sure, but there's going to be Centaurs jumping in, Earth Spirits rolling in too, so.
Yeah, so many stuns really between the two of them. I mean, Collapse multiple times. He needs perfect hoof stomps. He's in and out of the fight.
Yeah, he's actually playing
time again.
Really nicely here.
They're going to twin gate over.
Ooh.
Spooky. Collapse. Out with the blink as soon as the smoke dispels.
I mean, they know how Shopify wants to play. And look at Shopify. It's, what, 30 seconds till Roshan. They're just completely positioned around here.
We'll see how patient they are here, Shopify, for the Roche spawn.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, I would imagine Spirit would be interested in having a look at the Roche pit.
It's a little difficult to contest when they're fully set up is the issue.
Sure.
Because then one of you might just get set, like they might have vision and you walk over and get roared or something and there's traps all over the place, so.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's the sort of attitude that they're like, well, we don't care if they have Aegis. We'll hold the high ground. We're going to be able to defend against an Aegis, so.
A possibility, yeah.
Maybe they're not too fussed if Shopify get that. They already feel that this game at this moment, it's slipping into their control, and as long as they don't make mistakes, Spirit's draft and Yatoro's PL should be able to pull through.
That is always going to be the end of the day question, right? I think that's what we've seen the most at this tournament too, is can you break the high ground? How much of a lead do you need to break the high ground too? Because I think we've seen, what, like 15, 25,000 gold leads before teams actually feel confident enough to do it, so. Yeah, they're just going to give it up.
Yeah.
It just felt like, it's just scary. You're running into this like darkness, you don't have any ward vision set up down here, because it could have just been suicide. And like you said, they might just feel like Toro's got this.
I think they're starting to feel pretty confident about the hold on the game, Spirit.
He's big. He has got his Manta already finished up now, so see what Shopify can do to, how much they can get with this Aegis to keep this lead going. A DD spawns bottom. That could be a nice enabler for them to go for that push. And they will also, pretty interesting, they give Saberlight the Aegis, right? Not Arteezy be getting it this time.
Okay.
So really feeling like he's the one.
What's sort of the brains behind this?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good question. Maybe just feeling like he's more important.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he's able to use the Aegis to its full extent. Maybe he dies, respawns, and then gets a good roar off, but...
Or maybe they don't trust Arteezy with it after that last time.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, yeah. I mean, Saberlight's having a good game.
He is. He's having an excellent one. Mira, silence trap. Nice.
Ah, very nice. Stop in mid-dive. Quick kill.
Nicely done.
See if they can do anything with it, though. The wave has been pushed all the way on top, so... Only so much they can get done with this 40 seconds, no Phoenix.
Mira also did spend his gold there before dying, so he did get the shard. And this shard, it is quite scary nowadays. The reason I say why it's scary nowadays is because of the miss rate, of course. That egg can always be something that you're like, oh yeah, we've got the egg, and then the sunray miss rate just adds up to like 50% on you, so... It ticks fast. Everything is now 0.2 second ticks now on the Phoenix, so...
I mean, maybe they feel as well out of the heroes. They kind of want Arteezy to sit in the back lines of the team fight. And
probably.
The Beastmaster's going to be the one that's stepping up and hit. Ooh, goodbye, Miposhka.
Very well.
It's there from Arteezy. That is an easy one. And then, you know, Beastmaster's going to be the one hitting the towers on the high ground.
Yeah. I was actually just checking. Miposhka, he did leave the gem at base. Okay. I was like, wait, where's the gem? But yeah, he put it at base before he ventured out there again. And now Fly, he's buying himself a gem. They want to start cementing their lead even more. 7k lead still for them. Roar was used. Looks like maybe onto an illusion. I didn't actually... Yep, okay, cool, thank you.
Full day done. Shopify back to getting the next round of items complete.
Yep, getting some big scaling. I mean, they're getting a lot of gold out of this after they get these kills. Kill onto the supports even do matter. Sunstrike.
Oh, he might...
Big damage. Oh!
He kept his cool there. I think some Phoenixes might have pressed the supernova at the threat of dying, and you know, sometimes you just got to let it out.
Hunting.
Arteezy, he's high.
In a very dangerous position.
Yeah,
we'll get out.
That was, yeah, blinks back up.
BKB Saberlight. Gem being passed over to him now, too. They do need this gem whenever they're playing versus this PL now at this point, since he has this shard.
Radiant structures are
Pesky little invis that can catch people off guard.
They've got to get back on with the pressure, Shopify. Only a couple minutes left with the Aegis on Saberlight. Surely want to at least get, ideally, these 2 tier 2s.
I mean, they have the double BKBs on the 2 more fragile cores. Arteezy, he's gone very risky. Just no BKB for him. Just feeling like he can go full glass cannon. They have vision right now and collapse.
Can they take him down? He has a Lotus. And he's heading back up the high ground. The damage is not enough at the moment.
Laurel now, though.
They'll dive forward.
They're on Arteezy.
He's going to roll and close the gap onto Arteezy. He's sticking down to the summer. Arteezy in a whole world of pain here over the tier 2. They've lost the TA. Saberlight, he'll turn with the roar. Can they find anything without their carry? I don't think so. Saberlight, that's the Aegis gone.
Oh, God, and he has the gem. He's on the front lines.
And they might even lose more here. Chris getting surrounded. Collapse is able to get on top of Fly. This is pretty disastrous here for Shopify Rebellion, as this may be the fight that tips the game over into the hands of TSpirit.
It absolutely is.
And from this point onward, it's going to be so difficult, Fogged, for Shopify to get their hands back on this one.
Oh, an overextension again. Arteezy, they've really won collapse, but Laurel, he just jumps in, he gets the connection, he just sticks right on him. Look what Yatoro's able to do when he's just unaddressed in the fight. Kills absolutely everybody. Fresh gem, they just bought the gem too and lost it.
Maybe they didn't sort of check the items on the stand, so, you know, he just finished the Lotus.
True.
Maybe not prepared for him to be able to take off the cold snap and the Vestal and easily disengage. It was a risky move, and one that hurts them big time.
Oh, God.
Of course, throughout this whole fight, Yatoro is happily cleaning up, getting involved, and he is starting to step ahead. He's in that top net worth point, and I think every reason to believe that this PL, he's going to stay up there.
He really will. They're definitely in such a comfortable position now, too. Laurel, with his BKB, is even going to be able to now go for that Radiance if he wants to. Go
he will.
Either one.
I mean, he's got 2,800 gold.
They're both so good this game.
Yeah, this man's going to have Radiance ready for the next fight.
And they get the gem. Fly, like, that's one of those situations. Like, Fly just purchased it, and they immediately lose the gem right after they lose the Aegis. Don't even get to use their cheese. And Phoenix Egg now, it's going to be coming back up in 15 seconds or so, so Shopify, not even a window to be able to take advantage of any of these cooldowns after that. Devastating. A full heart now on Yatoro. And he finds himself a Defiant Shell as well, too. So much tank here. And even Collapse. A heart as well. Cloak of Flames. The answers, they're starting to just be there for this lineup of Shopify.
And I mean, will we see RTZ continue to commit for the MKB, or is this a game where you can just avoid the BKB?
I feel like he needs it. I think he needs it. I mean, we even just saw it there. Perhaps he needed it even earlier. Maybe just going for too much of this early glass cannon.
Because there's only so many ways the team can save him, right? They've got the disruption.
Sure.
And at this point, when you're playing from behind, that's, you know, it ain't no swap.
No, exactly. I was literally going to say the exact same thing, because he's also caught in the midst of Magnetize, Vortexes, Eggs, Phoenix Illusions, etc. So it's not a repositioning tool.
Shopify, they have to get the setup. They have to start these moves with a clean jump, a clean kill, but the last sort of 10 minutes of gameplay for Spirit have just not been allowing themselves to get caught out.
No, I'm wondering almost, like, I see Saberlight, he's going for this Aghanims, which in the past, it's literally like unkillable versus PL, but I almost feel like maybe a Blink Dagger now at this point. Like, they need someone to start the fights. Otherwise, it does feel like for Spirit, this overwhelming pressure might just be too much for Shopify. They need to kill a target at the start of the fights.
I mean, RTZ's going to try and steal away the Tormentor, or at least was thinking about setting up for that kind of play. Very risky, and we'll not stick around any further.
Game plan overall does feel like it's been quite halted for the side of Shopify.
Yeah, much to the joy of Yatoro. He is having a great time. Just the one death on this PL.
And he's hit level 20 of really big talents. He's got the two biggest talents, at least for me, when you're going for this Ags PL build. He's got the Lance cooldown, and he's got the Juxtaposed damage now. So these illusions, they really hurt, especially on some of these squishier supports. Even up to something like an Invoker, to be honest with you. This hero is quite fragile. So you actually just get on top of him, only 8 armor.
And there's the Radiance for Lyle.
Oh, wow.
Really catching things back up after a very slow start in that mid matchup.
So many.
Arbeck get a huge lead against him, but at this point of the game, Lali's caught right back up.
It's so much damage now in these fights. It's going to be something you can't avoid either, too. It's just Magnetize spreading with Ice Vortex, with Radiance, with Cloak of Flames, with all this coming into play. They're feeling their power here. Shopify is clustering back up together, getting the 5-man together. Saberlight does have a good push going bottom, some information being given with that.
What moves does Shopify make? What are they waiting for? Like what could they be looking towards now as their next kind of state of the game where they're like, we can try for something?
I feel like it has to just be to play around that Roshan, but it's getting harder and harder to really just now secure it. Now Spirit, they'll 100 contest the next Rosh fight with all this.
They'll take every fight they can now.
Absolutely. So it does feel difficult. I mean, maybe it's RTZ's MKB. He's getting closer to it. They will have, what, 2 or 3 timings at the same time. The Ags on the Beastmaster plus the MKB. Maybe that'll be the next timing. But definitely doesn't feel the easiest versus this PL, who's now absolutely massive.
Just one of those player-hero combinations that, at this point, Yatoro, he just doesn't lose these kind of games.
Saberlight has to BKB. Fully defensive roar, and there's no chasing.
They want to keep on top of this Beastmaster.
Slow.
Crit. He's going to try his best to help out. Lal just continuing to close the gap. Back up now to come in from Shopify.
Nice demonic cleanse. Very nice demonic cleanse there from Crit. Removes that slow that was coming out from the Sunray. They can distance himself. Mira.
Okay, he's forced to supernova here as RTZ does pressure forward.
Nice plays there from Crit. Saves his buddy and then forces an egg. And now they might look to Rigo. 2 ults on cooldown. Shopify.
Up with the 4 of them, but they split back up across the map. Arbed and Saberlight straight down bottom.
This could actually be the hopeful Roshan spawn. They're like, okay, eggs on cooldown. They use Stampede. This might be our moment to sneak a Rosh if it respawns quick.
But honestly, at this point, I don't think Spirit will not fight.
No, they'll fight without that.
They'll still look for the fight without these ults.
No, absolutely.
Now Yatoro is ready to go full cleanup mode.
Full MKB. I mean, RTZ, he's literally gone as glass cannon as you can on this Templar Assassin. Have to protect him somehow.
They really do, because one stun and he will die.
He can't get gone on first. He has to be like the last one to jump into these fights, or it could just be an instant disaster for the side of Shopify. Rosh, it's up. Spirit. Scout it out. It's going to start making its way potentially top, but are they going to look to commit onto it down here first? Looks like they are.
I think they can take it down before it moves, right?
They should.
Actually... Yeah, no, they should.
No, they should.
Yeah. I'm trying to do the maths there.
They left. If they were all hitting it, yes, but they left. They sent the AA top and they sent the Centaur and everything too, so.
Visibility.
All right, Ags Beast.
Okay.
Guess they're feeling, yeah, this is the timing. Ags Beast, MKB finished up, and I believe Abed also an Octarine finished. So, yeah, 3 different item timings that they've gotten here.
Let's see if Shopify can start the fight.
How
the way required.
How long on Egg? 20 seconds. How long on Stampede? It's up. Also, fun to point out, he only put 1 point in this Stampede. He's just going for stats. So, well, only 2 points also in his Retaliate. Feels like it's not useful.
Here comes the Roche, but here comes Shopify.
They scout it right away. Saberlight.
Might want to start with a quick kill on Aposhka. They will. Raw, they'll take out the AA. No buyback available from Aposhka. He can't enter into this fight again.
Okay. I mean, AA Blast, definitely a valuable tool. Laurel's in.
What's the play now? Lara looking for the angle. Getting on top of Arteezy. There's the supernova. Arbet puts the BK.
They're on the egg.
Focus the egg down. Arbet and Stabilite. They're able to take it down. Buyback will come out. Lara rolls forward on towards Arteezy. Arteezy caught by the stun and collapse.
He's still alive.
Disruption comes out from Crit. They're keeping Arteezy safe, and Yatoro, he's at his mana burn. Completely out of mana. Chased off to the side. Sonic Trap will catch him. We've got a little bit left. That's the last doppelganger. He's trying with the jukes. I mean, this isn't going to work.
Arteezy knows.
This isn't going to work.
Arteezy knows.
He knows where he's at. Arteezy on top of the correct PL, takes him down.
Wow.
Shopify, they find the team fight. Coming in from an angle, I think Spirit, they just were not prepared for.
They did not see that coming in. Great roar from Saberlight just to stop the AA from doing anything, but Crit, honestly, what a play. He just drops the Demonic Cleanse. Arteezy, that's why he doesn't need the BKB. Watch the disengage while all this is happening. Besides them focusing on the egg, I'm just looking at Arteezy and Crit inside this fight. Beautiful way to reset, protect him with both the cleanse and with the disruption.
Yeah, great focus from Arbet and Saberlight. The two of them, BKB hit the egg.
Hey, look at this, he can just walk away because he's not slowed by anything there. He's fully protected. That great stuff there from Crit.
Yeah, and I think the disarm coming in as well onto Yatoro. A lot of that fight, I mean, just completely controlled really by Arbet's spells.
Wow.
A difficult fight, but they pull it off, Shopify.
And now they've got themselves Aegis and Cheese. Arteezy almost level 25, and an Aghanim is now finished up on Crit. Spirit probably feel like they're in a way more comfortable position. Not the case. Oh. They all have it then. Money, money.
Let's see if Shopify could go for the high ground.
Now they have a Refresher Shard too on Abed. And they were able to focus fire the eggs. Also, Mira tries to put in a position inside of everybody, but they were all just able to focus fire that there.
Radiant's
Great angle.
tower is under attack.
Now Spirit halted back. Definitely feeling the hurt there. They probably felt just so much more confident, just the way that the fight.
I mean, the way they walked into the pit, they felt that they were under no sort of threat.
And now
Shopify with a perfect initiation.
They recovered their gem as well too, and now Saberlight right after. He literally just had picked up the Ags before the fight. He has the blink, so now even if they don't have that angle, he has positioning to be able to get those roars off.
But of course, this time, Aegis is in the hands of Arteezy.
Okay.
No Saberlight Aegis. They'll let the TA have it.
Seems a little more sensible. Full glass cannon. He really just has so much confidence, I guess.
He trusts in Crit.
Yep. And you know what? After this tournament, I feel like a lot of people are having some faith in Crit. You know, his Venge, the Shadow Demon, has been quite beautiful. And yeah, now the Aghanim is online for Crit too, so he's got 2 Demonic Cleanses as well to protect his buddies. He's got the cast range as well too, and if he ever does see the real PL and he is ever to get this purge, it's devastating. Very unlikely.
Radiant's
Tower
middle
ball.
tower has fallen.
Can they push for the high ground with this Aegis?
And you know what? The other clever thing is too, because Arteezy did go for this MKB, a lot of the timing with PL versus TA in a lot of situations is about getting the butterfly and stuff like that. This just prevents Yatoro from wanting to go for it, seeing he's just completely omitting it. He's just going for his Bloodthorn next and everything too, so definitely constricting and limiting the itemization that Yatoro can go for a bit too when he does go for this full glass cannon. Pretty cool.
Really saw as well in that last fight just how much of a nightmare Abed is for the PL.
Yep. One
The
EMP.
disarms and then the mana burn.
And now there's going to be 2. Let's see this again. The Psyblade even going for it. There we go. Nice. The Frog's excited.
Back in. So he's still with 2 minutes left on this Aegis.
Spirit spending all their gold too. Buyback. Yatoro, he's not going to have it. Buys the Mage Slayer. He's committing for the Bloodthorn. I feel like he needs it. After how poorly that last fight went. Breaking high ground still always a feat of its own.
Radiant are scanning.
Getting themselves some big farm.
The setup there on RTZ, but he's ready. He's ready.
He's 25 now. He's got quite a bit more liberty with all these refraction charges too. If they do even clip onto him, he's got 13 instances they've got to go through. How the Hex is looking. Saberlight, he's queued up his. Abed also.
Abed still yet to die this game.
Pretty remarkable.
2-0-10.
Saber, collapse.
Miles thinking about committing in on this. Rolls forward. Gonna have to put the BKB Stampede as well to get him out of that.
My god, so much damage.
So we're starting to spam the illusions. It's a team fight. Abed. Tornado and EMP down.
Why? Dino illusions.
I have to put the Supernova.
Okay. Here also, yeah.
Chopper fight. Able to force some of these ults out. Abed with the pressure.
Phoenix Egg, way longer of a cooldown, of course, than that Roar. Saberlight, he'll have it back up in 30 seconds.
We'll be drawing towards the end of the Aegis, though, on RTZ. Just under 30 for that as well.
They've kept Spirit inside the base now, though, for what, 5 minutes or so. A 16k to an 18k to a 24k lead now. Mark will stop these last 10 minutes.
The high ground.
High ground's always going to be the test. Especially, like you said, once that Aegis expires, which is right now.
How do they proceed from this point? Got themselves back up to a juicy lead.
Maybe finish up the hexes, at least one of them, I think. I think Abed's hex, and then perhaps they can look to go for it again, too. As it's gonna be a pretty big reveal since he still has that refresher shard too. He's gonna be able to throw out a flurry of spells and that double hex.
And he has been crushing it, so now he's gonna get the catch.
And he just flat out sells the Spirit Vessel, keeps the Midas. He wants to keep scaling with it.
This hex could surprise them.
Yeah, that's quite quick. Now they have multiple forms of being able to get that instant catch, and Saberlight is getting closer and closer toward his too. Does not want to have to go BKB. He's got Butterfly queued up next. So similar function of the PL versus the TA. Same thing now. PL can't really itemize as well versus a Butterfly. He actually switches it. I think he maybe saw the Bloodthorn finish, so he does have to watch out for that, of course, even if he has the evasion. He's just going Silver Edge. He does spend his gold, though.
That is true.
RTG spends all of his money.
Has gone all in. Let's see if they go all in on the high ground push, because that the luxury of buyback could be a risk. Very hard sort of call to make here for Shopify now.
Dire's top
When do they go?
tower is under attack.
Wait until they find like an any type of catch or something.
Spirit's not letting them have it.
No.
Spirit,
They're looking to hit themselves now.
and they come with the smoke.
Well gotten.
RTZ would be the big catch. Crit is relatively close.
Oh my god, if they find RTZ. He literally just spent the... Yeah, he
They're going
bought
to
the
sell for the
silver.
jump on Crit. Crit, called by the
Bloodthorn.
silence. At least we'll give the information for the rest of Shopify to back out.
They get their gem. Instant ninja gears coming out, or was it actually a smoke? I guess no, it's still the smoke on the two supports from before. It didn't break. I bet we'll find himself a double wisdom.
Okay, money for him. He's nearly hitting the 25 on him.
Spirit looking perhaps to claim a little more here, or claim at least some vision in these next few moments. As Yatoro's 25 also getting closer and closer. And he has finished 2 items since those last moments. Bloodthorn and the Disperser now finished up.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Still
Dire's
keeping
bottom
incredibly
tower is
even
under
between
attack.
him and Arteezy. 31k on the both of them.
How long on the Roche? Pretty fast
Radiant
response. 90 seconds. Arteezy will find himself a DD. Spirit, yeah, they're going to take the way up top. That Roche, as they know, it's going to be the next biggest contestant point. They're going to set themselves up here.
I mean, last time around, this Roche...
Oh, there's a cheese! Oh, wait, he killed it.
What?
He was so quick to kill it.
There's somebody in the pit, kill it! Oh, it was the cheese. Whoops. Last Roche, okay.
I didn't even notice that one there the whole time. Whoopsie. Set up, Spirit. Shopify all smoked. The Hex is purchased. Saberlight's also committed his goal.
Oh, no, surely they're not going to get caught from the same angle again.
No, they're setting up in a better spot.
Watching a bit of a replay here.
Sunstrike to scout. And look at Mira's. Look at Miposhka's positioning this time. All the way on the top right. He's like, no. Not getting me this time, guys.
Only twice.
Push though. I mean, Abed, he's getting that push going into the mid lane. Arteezy also cuts the wave. So they've got some push going onto the base.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're actually they're expecting that Arteezy's going to keep going.
This will warrant a reaction from Spirit, and it's going to be a big one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Whoa. Things very split up here. Arteezy.
Quite having a good jump. And just playing around the ninja gear and the silver edge to be incredibly elusive on this TA.
Good old ninja gear.
Mira stuck up here, didn't have a TP. They don't know it.
They did not see it.
Rebellion, so
they're starting though, and they killed this Roche super fast.
Radiant.
I mean, Mira's made some major steals already this tournament.
A blast.
Gonna come in. They've got the Supernova, Shopify, they're just gonna run. They're terrified. Saberlight's going to be keeping up before the
Roche is so low.
I mean, Yatoro can move in and look to finish it. Shopify, they're going to get back over someone. Came out of the pit. Rolls there, but the Lewis was already out. Oh, maybe with the meatballs. They bring the Roche down, but it's going to be snatched by Yatoro.
Big meatballs.
The Aegis. I bet burning Miposhka with the meatballs will get the kill. Another Collapse is still in the pit. They'll spot him out with the Sunstrike. Saberlight moving in. Collapse. He's looking kind of trapped here in the Roche pit. Will go down.
Abed just literally completely oomed all 3 heroes. It lands the double combo on them too. Laurel. He's looking to go down as well.
I will commit
The Lotus up before the Hex,
memory.
but surrounded by the 3 of them. No way out for this Spirit.
That was so sick from Abed. He doesn't care if he's running into all these heroes. He just drops the big combo from that refresher shard from earlier.
Yeah, also allows them to get the kill on Roche. Of course, Aegis was picked up by Spirit. Yatoro was able to retrieve that.
Who got the shard? Who got the refresher one?
I think might have been
Was
popped
this
in the
used?
midst of that fight. Oh, no.
Oh, Collapse
Collapse has got it right.
Okay.
So they got the pickups from the Roche. They didn't get the kill, and they certainly didn't get the team fight. A Shopify pushed further ahead, now a 30k advantage. Surely, this is going to be enough for them to drive the high ground forward.
They're respawning though, so maybe they're hesitant to without an Aegis. They're going to be playing into Yatoro Aegis, so could continue on for some time here. And we do, of course, also get an Aghanims on a Centaur. I have literally never gotten to see this in a pro game, so if this isn't going to do much.
Again. Once more. Oh, no, we just...
This was with the cheese. All right, that was
the
just
team
him
fight
killing
list
the
was.
cheese.
And now here we go.
It was a cool play from Mira, right? He's trying to force the issue, force them to go onto him. It's a good decision from Shopify to disengage and then look for the re-engage. We'll get back into the real game.
I should say difficult to push in. Despite the lead. Toro being the one with the Aegis.
It's still a very scary PL. And as you've said, you know, Abed is still yet to die, so he needs to play very careful.
Really flawless on this Invoker performance so far this game.
Had a hell of a tournament.
Alright. Leading on the fly, they've got the stars outside, like trying to stay with the roll, but already roll out there, they put the Supernova. They can't focus the egg, they've got to run. But already Yatoro. He's in on top of Saberlight. That's a dead Beastmaster for 100 seconds as well.
They're gonna keep chasing. Laurel's in.
Oh, they certainly are. Can Yatoro and Collapse close the gap onto Fly? I believe that was Collapse using the workhorse there to speed up to close in onto the Enchantress. Fly. It's a bit of an annoying kill to get there with the Lotus and such, and the heals coming out, but another round of the Ice Blast will come in and sprung it off to the side. Fly is not getting away from this one. They'll take him down.
On the back, TZ tries to go Maposhka, but he's got Glimmer. Gotta be careful.
And Spirit, they get the 2 kills. They've got the creep waves with them.
Saberlight's got a push going bottom. He's got his creep down there.
TZ and Arbet, they'll look to cut the next wave, but they already have a wave with them.
Spirit's just going down mid. They've Laurel pushing bottom. Yatoro's still a big issue. I think they tried to go for the roar. I didn't see if it was reflected or something like that onto Laurel, and it just gets turned on. That's where Yatoro's able to actually get the success in the fight.
You lose the creep wave, so won't be able to get more than the tier 2, but the tier 2 gone. More money for Yatoro, sitting on a very large amount of money. It's 7k gold. Will easily be able to spend up towards his next item. Basher sent out. Still nearly a couple of minutes to play with this Aegis with the tier 1 bottom.
Yatoro still continues to grow, for sure. I mean, Laurel too. He's been pretty under-leveled this game overall in the Earth Spirit too. Level 21. Always have to keep eyes if he's actually able to survive a team fight for once. God knows how many levels he's gonna get. He's the same level as a lot of these supports. So the scaling is still there, absolutely, for Laurel. That magnetized undispellable talent is probably one of the more broken ones. I think when we used to talk about like the tree 25, this is very comparable to what it was. If not better. But yeah, still a ways away, so soon we get there. An Octarine purchased up for Laurel.
Yatoro sneaking around here. Ooh. Pretty hot on the trail of Vartizi.
They know exactly where he is, and he's gonna be able to get away. Yatoro was pinging right on top of him. This game still feels so tense, even though 25k gold lead for Shopify.
I mean, they've had this lead, and there's been sort of like 3 instances where they've had this advantage, but they haven't quite been able to push it up to the high ground. TSpirit holding on to the game very, very solidly, considering how far they are behind in gold.
Yeah, I mean, we did see Shopify yesterday do a little bit of similarity in, kind of the same kind of thing, right? They're like 20k deficit, and they're still taking some fights, so we're still definitely seeing that. This still kind of feels like an even game somehow, even though there is that huge lead, just because of how strong this PL is.
And you can see on the percentage there, indeed, pretty much keeping it close to 50-50, despite 26k gold going the way of Shopify.
Pretty unreal. How's offense? With Fresco looking, he's soon going to be having him. His scaling is still continuing to be pretty absurd. All these talents definitely come into play as you get to them as well, too. He's able to get to that 30 as well, too. It does get pretty crazy how much control he does in the fights, too. Arteezy now utilizing his Aghanims that he ate, jumping all over the map. I'm just gonna bring up buybacks. Two supports still down on the side of Spirit. A couple other ones as well too. Laurel, of course, did commit his gold earlier for that Octarine.
We go for some big stuff here. Arbet finds an arcane rune.
Oh baby,
he's ready to party.
He's got buyback also too to come right back into the fight. He has yet to die, but
they've hit them with the scan as well. They know where TSpirit is.
Spirit is playing right on top of their ops ward, though.
That is true. They've got the vision advantage.
Radiant are scanning.
What angle do you take? Crit does not have buyback.
He's going to be able to take the ward down, but he's going to get jumped here by Collapse. Not caught by the stun, though. He's able to run back to safety. They'll put the stampede.
Laurel
getting hit pretty hard by Arteezy, but will keep his distance off the side. Arbet's able to turn. Tornado onto the loose. Yatoro's in on top of Arbet. Arbet back into the ghost wall. They don't have detection. He's able to separate with the fight. Laurel blown up here.
no buyback.
Damage to Stabilite. Another turn with Tornado. EMP doppelganger comes in. Yatoro loses forward with the Spirit Lance. Closing the gap in on towards Crit, but he's getting pushed back by the blast. He's disarmed for now. Crit trying to hide. Dive ball from
another egg.
Almost slipping over Arbet. He can't take him down. He's got to run, but he's not going to get out. The Sunray burns him out as Arbet falls. They'll find the ancient apparition Maposhka to die here to Stabilite. But Yatoro, he's still fighting fit. He can clean up more. Goes over with Stabilite with the illusion. Stabilite tries to heal him with the cheese, but he's caught by the blood bolt style. Yatoro, I mean, Arteezy's trying to focus the PL, but there's too many illusions. He can't identify the real one.
Buyback.
And with the Hex, Arbet. He's got the catch. Doppel. Is he going to be up? No, he's got him. They've got him. Arbet coming in with a grab there with that Hex. And that's enough for them to secure the team wipe. Abed with the buyback.
Beautiful buyback from him. He was saving that whole time for the opportunity to go for it, and does. It's looking a little scary for a moment there, but then the buyback comes in, and he's that cleanup for Yatoro.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. I mean, the one time that he does die this game, Abed making the most of it, coming in with that buyback and making sure Yatoro does not get the chance to run rampant and clean up the team fight in TSpirit's favor. In Shopify, they get the team wipe.
It took so... Look, I'm watching Yatoro hitting Abed and crit for what feels like 40 seconds or something like that. They did such a good job of kiting him out. But a lot of time for RTZ to be able to clean up the rest of the heroes. And then Abed with the buyback. Spirit not looking to want to buyback. They only really have the 2 at the ready since Laurel used his gold. Mira doesn't have his at the ready. That's probably 2 sets at the least.
A big push coming in. This is what they needed to be able to break the high ground. Shopify.
Stuck with Saberlight too the whole fight, staying alive. Laurel,
he's up to the high ground.
They will have the buybacks.
It's the 2 of them, and it's the big one as well. Yatoro's buyback forced.
Easy. Waiting in the wings, he's alacrity'd up.
Yatoro's trying to chase crit. He's going to turn with the ultimate.
He's got the ult on him.
Be careful, trying to dunk with the doppel. They're backing off though, Shopify. RTZ getting focused by the stun ray Lyle. Closing the gap, they're in on top of the TA. RTZ's in trouble. The crit will offer the disruption. It will give a little bit of time, but the bastions are coming in. The forced RTZ down.
Is he gonna live?
But Yatoro's chasing. Laurel's in. They're taking RTZ down. Abed is going to connect onto Abed. Yatoro's chasing him. And what the refreshment call, but this time he's able to put the BKB on. The total tornado goes for the TPL with the BKB, but he's not going to get out.
Oh god, 2 minutes.
They've taken Abed down. He's gone for 2 minutes. No buyback.
What a connection there. Crit is trying his damnedest to keep RTZ alive with these cleanses, purge, and disruptions, but they get the catch, the AA blast. It hits right on top of Abed. Spirit now going the other way. They had to commit, what, 2 buybacks, I believe? Yeah, Mira and Yatoro. Find some big catches. One of the biggest.
Abed gone for 100, and he has been such a crucial part of every single fight this game. What can Shopify achieve without him?
And RTZ used the buyback as well, too. So, dangerous moments. Is this when he wants to buy the BKB? Could be.
I mean, yeah, you're right. He's got gold. 4,700 gold. He's going to want to spend up on something in Indeed there.
He does, yeah, I'd imagine so.
It's going to be coming out to him.
All right. 70 seconds, though. I mean, Abed, as you said, he's so important for these fights.
So important. Now they've got to do it without him, Shopify.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
T3 gone. At the moment, Collapse is having to deal with the pressure onto the base from the creeps, so
They'll back it up.
won't be able to piece together a full high ground siege.
They can also approach. Exactly. They got to check to see if it's going to be an instant spawn. See what it is. It's absolutely instant. 0 downtime. That is the dream if Spirit goes up and scans it out. 30 seconds, no Abed. They're pinging it. Laurel's pinging it. He's like, yo, check it out.
Yatoro, of course, with his buyback used, he's spending up. Will buy himself the moon shard.
Okay, he bought the bots too as well too. He is pretty much full slotted.
Yeah, doesn't really get to go anywhere from here.
Nope.
He's done. He's ready to finish this one. He'll go towards the Roshan, might even get the luxury of getting the Aegis for the next one.
Mira also, I think, off of that one, he got quite a bit of experience. He's level 25, so that Supernova, a lot harder for them to bring down. Oh my goodness. Tense moments. Laurel, I believe this is pretty much going to be his 25 as well, too. And he's going to have buyback off of those kills. Oh no, oh my god, if he got the last one.
that was close, he nearly did. He nearly did there, Abed. But the kill goes to TSpirit, they get the pickups.
Does Laurel know that there's a Wisdom rune up? He might. I think he might go check that one out. So that will be his 25. So Magnetize Undispellable also will be online for these next fights. I think still in anybody's hands.
Unless Collapse wants to take it for his 25.
Does it give it to both of them, though? Oh, I gave it to Maposhka. Never mind. Maposhka's lower level. Okay.
21 on the AA at the moment.
Wow, I feel like you would much rather give that one to the Earth Spirit than the... All right, well, there's another one up in a bit.
But it's Collapse.
There's another one very soon, too, right? Kind of.
That is true. Wait.
Kind of.
Times tables. Yeah, pretty high in the numbers now. Never mind.
Never mind.
There's a multiple of 7 in the 50s.
He'll farm some creeps. 60 minutes soon to hit.
Yep. But again, this lead, this gold lead that Shopify have had for so long.
It hasn't mattered.
It really hasn't.
Well, it's mattered for them to be able to fight like this versus this, you know, the PL, which was that last pick, but...
And they have, they've got the one set of racks.
They do.
But at this point, this late in the game, doesn't mean a whole lot. TSpirit, they can deal with that pressure at the creeps in one lane.
Definitely. They're giving Laurel the solo XP, so he's just jungling on the south side. Yatoro keeps running over and taking some of XP, but you can tell Laurel's really trying to get this 25 before that next fight. Yatoro, taking the port up top, they have vision. They do have some sneaky wards that they placed from earlier, so they have eyes on Saberlight right now.
Yatoro with the Abyssal and the Bloodthorn. Get some quick grabs.
They have so much info right now.
Arteezy, oh my goodness.
God.
Careful! I mean, he's putting forward. Oh my goodness, they're going to see him! But they don't have detection.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. They do now. They've got him in the back.
He cannot get out.
Save him. That's Arteezy dead for 2 minutes.
And they're going to look for more. Crit, can he get away?
They just were not prepared for Spirit to be in that position. Arteezy blinks in. There's 4 heroes around him.
They didn't see this ward either. I mean, Saberlight, he actually walked right past this top ward when he has a gem. They're just really concentrated about other things, and it's giving a ton of information for them. Crit, still showing himself very far forward in mid.
He is.
I mean, that is a bold move.
Who's out with the blink?
Okay, yeah. I guess he does get the Radiance illusion, so he cuts the creep wave. That's pretty cute.
But this is 100 seconds without Arteezy.
He got the wave.
Still got the Aegis for nearly 3 minutes.
Oh, and he got the whole wave.
They're allowed to work towards the top lane.
Yeah,
They've got creeps coming in there. They can go for the tier 2 top. That's going to be the angle that they can enter into the high ground.
I mean, they're cutting it again. Forge Spirit's now Shadow Poison also. So mid and bottom, it's going to be starting to get pushed in a little bit.
Yeah, the team doing their best to keep this game alive whilst Arteezy's dead.
Spirit. They want to strike hard here. Collapse will have to go back to the base. We'll have to address this push that's coming out from the Beastmaster.
And they do 4 versus 5, 4 versus 6 if you take into account the Aegis. The Lotus will be out, flicking the Abyssal Black, the back there's the way of Yatoro, but Fly's getting burst over by the Ice Blast. Lau rolls in, it's Fly out, he does have buyback available. The Lotus will be there for the Raw. Sunstrike coming out from Arben, can they burst Lau? They've got the Hex to follow up. Take Lau down, dive forward, Supernova. They can't focus the egg.
They can't touch the thing.
Let's crit dead. It also does have the luxury of buyback. We'll see if he feels forced to use it. Yatoro.
Laurel's back in.
He's getting very close towards the bounty, but he has got the Aegis. He's going to be back to round 2.
That's one. Abed has the refresher at the ready.
He's making space. The rest of the team, they're focusing the barracks for now. Immediate catch here on the respawn. Lau rolls in. Knocked around to get the doppelganger off court, but this time it's Yatoro, but he's been Lotus. Tornado from Arben clips the 2 of them. Lau rolls out successfully. Arteezy fighter being held in the base.
He's respawning in 5.
TP over his time. TP's in, blinks out, Saberlight. They got the range rings. They didn't quite get the melee racks hit off.
And they really wanted to just dive for these kills and just kind of force the issue there, but they actually only ended up getting like a few of them.
I mean, they forced out a couple of the buybacks. It was the supports, flies, and crits. But of course, Lyle himself did use his.
Okay, now breathe time. Time to get back to these items, right? Saberlight, he was able to get his Giant Ring. We have hit 60 minutes, so let's see what the lottery gives.
Yeah, what are the big ones?
There's so many big ones, right? For Yatoro, he's got the Mirror Shield, so that's going to be one of the huge ones to protect versus those instant hacks.
Look at the X Machina on Lyle. Well, that's one of the fantastic things as well, just being the straight up past him to give you the plus 20 armor is going to feel pretty fantastic against this TA.
Yep. Boy, that collapse he did find, of course, the Giant's Ring. So the potential of a 10,000 plus HP Centaur, it's there.
Oh boy.
He can now stack up those double edges. Book of Shadows on crit. It's been his job. It's saving Private Arteezy. He's got another function to be able to do so with the Book of Shadows as well. Oh boy. That's 2 fights. Buybacks. They're going to be everything. PL, Yatoro, 20 seconds until his is back online. Arteezy about 1 minute. Same thing for Mira. He almost has his back online, 10 seconds or so. Laurel definitely having to be a little bit careful with his positioning since he does not have his buyback at the ready. But maybe not, because he can also just, Ex Machina and do so many different things. Fly. His damage is something that we all have, of course, we'll be having to watch. Pirate Hat now also finished up after the Moon Charge.
Yeah, Moon
He's got quite a bit of damage. 25 too, right? So that impetus damage is online. It's difficult for him to really stand his ground, right? Versus like the PL versus this Earth Spirit and stuff like that. It's been hard. Some of these games you do see the Enchantress start kind of carrying, but this one difficult. Abed going for a reset positioning item, the Force Boots. He probably just wants the inventory slot too, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wants all the actors to play with, get that Blink Dagger upgraded.
Yeah.
Treat himself to getting the Ags next. But of course, playing for the buyback gold is going to be the most important at this point.
I mean, Force Boots have always been, in my opinion, my favorite Tier 5, even though there's so many good ones. The fact that it's just so low cooldown and that you can just dispel people and it's not just usable on yourself.
That's true. Another way to save Arteezy.
Yeah, more saves, 6-second cooldown. Everybody, whoever has it, can use it onto everybody. So, and now 2 charge of disruption, of course, also for crit. So Layers and layers being added into these fights.
The dead. No posture.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
More and more buybacks coming online.
Is under attack.
2 on cooldown for Shopify. Laurel's on cooldown for Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is
Already out of it, Spirit.
Scanning.
Back off to the base. They won't get caught by this wraparound. Shopify.
How the Lotus is looking as well too, since we're getting to crazy late team kind of timings. There's 1 greater healing Lotus up on, I think, the Mira. Okay, no, not 2 yet. So they need 3, of course. No block of cheese. Don't think we'll see it either. Not a priority that they're thinking about. Shield rune, though, could be a priority. Big one. Look at that Saberlight. Look at that.
Look at him. Oh, yeah. 2400 shield.
Dire's bottom tower
Bad.
is under attack.
7,500 HP. Take that.
They're coming at them here, Spirit. Chasing towards Shopify. Shopify, they've got to prepare for the high ground defense.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's like I just saw the cart behind him, but I didn't see anything afterwards. So I was like, wait, what? He's just trying to get move speed.
Yeah, pretty low cooldown.
They've got lanes in a pretty okay position. They're trying to take advantage of that there for a second. Arteezy, though, quickly will shove down top. 30's, of course, been hit for him. Abed still not quite there, but Abed is about to commit for his Aghanims. So Cataclysm will be online, on top of making him a bit tankier. 10,000 gold on Yatoro.
He's got nothing to do with it.
No, nothing to, well, he can switch one item.
Could treat one of his teammates to a moonshot. Not that there's
Not
really
that there's
anyone
one
that's
that
going to use it.
literally nobody uses one.
He's going to buy himself a Skadi.
Sure.
I guess we'll swap that in rather than the bots in the fights.
Yeah, I guess. It is very valuable.
Nice,
He is
good
playing
Skadi
versus
game.
TA versus Invoker.
Yep.
Yeah, great Scotty game. Collapse.
He's chilling.
He used his gold on something though, so he's a little bit shy of buyback right now. Same thing for Abed.
Right?
Not much. Saberlight.
They're looking towards Lal. He's trying to turn for a roar. He's going to let it go down onto the
Egg's
exit.
on top.
But the heck, the egg's out. Shopify, they've got to back off. Yatoro, he can focus. He's looking over more stabilized. Jumps off the doppelganger. He's trying to close the gap in on the beast master, but Lal.
Big combo.
The cataclysm coming down.
Not that
Lal's
big.
fine though. He's got enough damage to kill the Earthspirit. Lal, he'll be ready to roll back in again if he wants to. Saberlight trying to get back in, but Collapse has got so much HP to work for. Yatoro,
They're on up.
Arteezy. They found Arteezy. Yatoro focuses towards the TA. That's Arteezy out of the fight. And now,
found him.
over towards Crypt. Yatoro, he's ready to try and clean up more. Got the book here to protect him for now, and also forced down to the side here. But Crypt, he cannot escape the PL. It's a double kill for Yatoro.
Uh-oh. I mean, Abed throws everything down, but it actually didn't do anything. It just killed. And Yatoro's just cleaning up.
He's over one Stabilite. They've also got the ice blast passing Avalanche. Bang on target. Straight on the Beastmaster. Stabilite out as well.
Oh, he got right on top of Arteezy.
Oh my goodness. He's not going to get out.
Got him.
No, he hits the angle of the roll. They're caught by as well. A third one going to be taken down here. From Shopify. 3 dead. As buyback condition, they had to use 2 here on Spirit, the 2 supports.
Arteezy's feeling the desperate times. He buys
did
the
buy
rapier.
back, and he bought back himself.
And he buys rapier too, and he boosts buyback. And Abed lands a combo. It looks like it hits almost everybody, but it didn't do anything.
It didn't do a whole lot. So
No.
I guess at this point, they just got too much HP.
Yep.
Everyone's too tanky.
And Yatoro just kind of waltzes right through everything. I mean, the Aeon Disc, of course, coming into play to block a bit of it, but Yatoro,
Yeah.
these illusions just running rampant.
And this is the point of the game that if things start to sort of slip out of position, the team fight, this PL cleans up.
Yeah, honestly, Saberlight is the biggest carry, it feels like, for his team. He survived throughout almost everything there. He did like 12k damage, but it's not enough. They don't have the way to bring down Yatoro. Rax falling. Bottom also pushed from the book.
We're going to get a fair bit from this team Spirit.
Might get the megas here.
Dire's bottom tower.
3 versus 5. What does Shopify do?
Dire's top
For so much of this game, they've held the lead. But it really is starting to look like that just hasn't mattered at all. Team Spirit perfectly comfortable and confident, just playing from behind.
Dire's bottom
And they're cleaning up the base of Shopify. They're trying to slow them down, but there's only so much you can do at this point. Mira.
The Egg just confidently plays.
And Mira's every time, and he also gets the Hex opening onto Arteezy. Mira gets the catch, and that should be that. 4 dead. No buybacks available. GG is called.
Unreal.
Team Spirit will take this game 1.
And the GG easy because it went past 6 in time to come out.
That's it.
Of course, it's customary. It's needed. What a play.